It's a rainy day here, and I just watched a 25-minute video about how to store and protect cards. And then I thought, what would I want to watch if I was starting out again? This is my summary video of what you should do to protect your cards, how to keep it simple. When it comes to protecting cards, pretty much you need to encase them in plastic. You don't want dings, you don't want scratches, you don't want the card to become damaged. The best place for this is in plastic and then into a binder. That's a really good way of storing your cards, and that will protect them from most issues. But what sleeve should you use? Well, for me, I use a penny sleeve. That's it. That's as exciting as it gets. So this is a lovely sphere that I'm going to sell either on eBay or maybe whatnot, or maybe just put it in the binder with the rest of my Surging Sparks hits. Not sure. Either way, I drop it straight into a normal fit, run-of-the-mill penny sleeve. I use the Ultra Pro sleeves for the most part, just because they're the most easily available. But there are some Australian companies that are pretty good as well. But if you're in the US, Ultra Pro is just a safe and easy option. But you can't really go wrong. It's a penny sleeve. So it's a slightly loose fitting sleeve. These are not rigid. These are not the super tight fit. It's just a normal run-of-the-mill sleeve. Some people like to double sleeve. There's just really no huge benefit. If it floats your boat, go crazy, because that is rule number one. Do whatever works well for you. But I can tell you now, a penny sleeve combined with any other type of plastic is going to work well enough to protect your card for storage or for shipping. This, on the left-hand side, is a Japanese trainer card that I recently cracked out, and I am thinking that's actually, well, it's not a 10 contender, but it's a 9, so I might eventually send it for grading. But I want to store it really, really nicely to make sure it doesn't get any bends or dings. So I pop it into a sleeve, and then I just grab, in this case, an Ultra Pro top loader, and slide it in. So top loaders will stop it from bending, and they'll stop the corners from getting dinged. It doesn't really grip the card that tightly. You can use like a grading holder, that's that green packet down the back there. A grading holder is not great for your own personal storage of cards because they hold it so rigidly that it will protect it beautifully, but to get them out, you have to cut them out. If you're taking cards in and out of a graded sleeve holder, you're going to cause damage. So for these cards, even that Gengar's worth not insignificant money, I just chucked them into top loaders. Even when I shook them upside down there, they don't move around that much. So that's safe. Try that sentence again. They're safe enough for storage, they're safe enough for stacking, and they're safe enough to be shipped as long as you give one other bit of rigid protection. This is a one-touch, very popular in the sports world. I do not recommend them for any card that you really, really want to keep in excellent condition. They don't look very nice. Sorry, let's try that one again. It doesn't look really nice if you put them into a sturdy enough sleeve to stop them from moving around, if that makes sense. So this little plastic case, the one touch, if you put the card straight in, it looks absolutely ripper, but the card does tend to move, particularly if you are shipping it around. For slabs, you got to remember slabs get really scratched up. So this slab needs to be in a slab bag. So it gets its own sleeve, and you can use literally any brand as long as they fit and fit comfortably. And so the standard PSA ones do work really nicely for most slabs. They're a little bit tight on CGC, and I think ARC is a little bit oversized as well. But make sure that you put your slabs into slab bags. That stops them from getting that surface level damage. And that's it. All the plastic you need is pretty simple. You need a normal penny sleeve, some top loaders, and some slab guards.